Good morning students. Now today we are going to start our next chapter, that is independence and partition of India, chapter number 9. Clear? So in this chapter mainly we will cover two topics. One is Mountbatten Plan, another one is Independence Act. Clear? So that two topics mainly we will cover in this chapter. So for the purpose of taking necessary steps for the transfer of power to India, Lord Wavell was recalled, and in place of Lord Wavell, Lord Mountbatten, that person was appointed the new viceroy. Clear? So that person, Lord Mountbatten, he was appointed as a new Lord, new viceroy, and under his command only he was a viceroy as well as governor general in 1947. So during that period in 1947 he was a person whose immediate task was that to restore peace among the two warring classes. So which two warring classes were there? That is, one is the Indian National Congress, another warring class was the All India Muslim League. So to restore peace among these two warring sections, the main task of Lord Mountbatten was that to maintain peace. So both in executive council and in the country at large, that is the main purpose. So Lord Mountbatten, he found very much difficulty to resolve the deadlock between these two warring classes. Clear? So for that even he realized that the cabinet mission was unworkable to solve the condition of to disputes between these two warring classes. Clear? So he therefore set one plan, and the name of that plan was the Mountbatten Plan. That plan which is represented by Lord Mountbatten, that plan is known as Mountbatten Plan, and he presented that plan in front of the 7 big leaders of India. Among that, one is Jawaharlal Nehru, another one is Jinnah, as well as Nishtar, then Baldev Singh, so Liaquat. So number of means total 7 members were there. So that big 7 leaders in front of that person's Lord Mountbatten represent his plan. That plan is known as Mountbatten Plans. So the plan was announced in 1947. So in 1947 he represented one plan in front of the Indian peoples. So on the same day Gandhiji said that I repeat that the division of India can only do harm for the country future. So he spoke that line in front of Indians when the Mountbatten Plan was represented. So the main points of the plan that we will discuss. So that points will come in your exam, that what are the clauses of Mountbatten Plan. So the first one is partition. The country would be divided, and according to this plan the country would be divided into two dominions. One is India, another one is Pakistan. So that was the main clause of this plan. Next one is relation between two new dominions. Two dominions would decide what kind of relation they wish to keep with the British Commonwealth and with each other. So that was a decision that decided that which type of relation they want they can maintain with the British Commonwealth as well as with each other, both dominions. So boundary commission, that is the next point. Boundary commission would be set up, and it would settle the boundaries in the two dominions, India and Pakistan. Next is princely states. So all the treaties, all the agreements with the princely states would come to an end, and they would be free to join any dominion. Now princely states get freedom to join any dominion and they remain independent. Next is Bengal and Punjab. The partition of Bengal as well as Punjab was proposed according to this Mountbatten Plan, and they provided that the legislative assemblies of the two provinces means Bengal and Punjab decided in favor of partition. Clear? So that is also accepted. Next, the next one is next after that when the clauses were discussed, after that the acceptance of Mountbatten plan, how it was accepted, the main proposal, main conditions which responsible for the acceptance of this Mountbatten plans, that were the large scale of communal rights. During that time to stop the whole country was found one solution, and during that time large number of communal routes were there, so they thought that only the one purpose to stop this communal rights was that to accept the Mountbatten plan. Then next is the League, the Muslim League had joined the interim government, means for time being the government which was set up, that called interim government. So the League had joined the interim government to obstruct and not to cooperate. So they found that it was better to accept the Mountbatten plan. Then the only alternative to partition was a federation with a weak center, so that was realized during that time, so that's why they accepted. Then the leaders felt that, the leaders of Indian national movement, they felt that the partition would rid the constitution of separate electorate. So that's why number of means conditions were there, number of reasons were responsible for the acceptances of this Mountbatten plan. So next is Indian Independence Act 1947. So that to transfer the power, the plan ended with the declaration that the transfer the power of power to Indians, that will took place not in June, it will be much earlier from the decided date. So for to this purpose they said that before to transfer the power to Indian, one Independence Act of 1947 was proposed, was presented by the government. So Indian Independence Act of 1947 that come. So the provision, what provisions were there, what conditions were, what points were there under this act, that we will discuss. So that's come in your exam also in detail marks, that the clauses of Independence Act of 1947, right, that clauses. So under that first is creation of two dominion, India and Pakistan. So two dominion was created. After this the act provides for the partition of India and establishment of two independent dominion, India and Pakistan, from August 15, 1947. The word independent signifies the absence of any external restraints. So the creation of two dominions were accepted. Clear? So after that Governor General of each dominion, that is the next point. There would be a Governor General who would be appointed by the British government. Under the Independence Act of 1947, the two dominion was created, India and Pakistan, and the Governor General of each dominion was appointed by the British government, and that would be work till the framing of the constitution. So for the time being Governor General was set by the British government. Next is the end of jurisdiction of British Parliament. The legislature authority of the British Parliament would cease from August 15, 1947, and the title of the Emperor of King as well as the title King of England, these type of titles were dropped from the royal states. So that is also one of the agreement and the powers of the British Parliament, that is ended. That till the new constitution was framed, till for that time being, each of the dominion, all the provinces were to be governor in accordance with the Act of 1935. Clear? So till for that time period the provinces or dominions were act according to the Independence Act. Clear? Next is the princely state. The princely state would become independent, as it is already given that the freedom was given to them. So the princely state would become independent and all the powers exercised by the British authority were to be terminated. So all the treaties, all the agreements which was conducted was made by the British with the princely state, that all ended after this Independence Act. Treaties and agreement. With the effect of 15 August 1947, that all the treaties and agreement between the British government and between the rulers of the Indian states, that all would lapse. That is stopped after this Independence Act of 1947. Then division of army. Division of army and provision which is maintained by the Independence Act of 1947. According to that, the division of Indian army between the two dominions, that is India and Pakistan, then steps were to be taken to share the assets with the accessory also shared. So that means army was also divided according to this Independence Act of 1947. Now mainly two questions are there related to this chapter. One is Mountbatten Plan, among whom the Mountbatten Plan was presented. Then what are the clauses of this Mountbatten Plan? Then Independence Act and the clauses of Independence Act. So you have to learn the points which come under the both questions. That is your main, even chapter at glance given in at the end of your chapter, important points which is discussed by me inside the video, that also written on there. Try to learn, as well as that chapter at glance points, try to write in your copies also. That is the homework. Take one thorough study of the chapter so that you can attempt each and every question of related to the chapter. Thank you.